Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one fielded at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go.
Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Taylor. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Three.
On third down, Mariota. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Let's go, defense. Man up, defense.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Quick dance. Go, fight.
On second down, Clement. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Operating from the gun, Costello. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. On the NFL scoreboard, An update from Los Angeles. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The give to Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mariota. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. On first down, Benjamin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
With the score, Chargers 14, Titans
3. Likes 50. I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
at the 37-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll run right here with Clement. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old-school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football, so I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. The ball comes out. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
49, check pilot, 64, weak.
Back to throw. Costello. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's into the clear. The 40, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On the carry, here's Clement. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Jackson to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
That's good for 28 yards.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming. 25. Check. Where are they, team?
Taylor. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 7, Mariota, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Max Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. 3rd down here. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey. Check. Watch 54. Ricky.
Bravo.
54.
Get it.
From the gun, Costello. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Banjo. Mike 50.
Throwing is Mariota. Benjamin's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mariota now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Taylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Taylor. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
39-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. To throw Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and 2, Costello, and it's complete. Henry. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Costello. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Ready? 18 gators.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On first down, Costello. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now Mariota, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
On first and 10, it's Clement. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready? 61, matchbox, light, snap.
To throw on second down, Costello. He completes it to Henry. Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Corey Clement, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. The quick slant caught. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out there? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Mariota to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota now. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll begin on the ground with Clement. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Ready, ready. 50, plant.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. Open man is Higgins. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Clement. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
3 down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Right 52. Know your job.
Looking to throw. Costello. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run again with Clement. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 36.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll try and run here with Clement. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, Clement. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
You got to get the ball, D.
Hey, wahoo.
No. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. We own them. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. 3 buzz. 3.
Hey, orbit.
52.
From the gun, Costello. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Sterling Shepard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw?
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
To put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Hey, Team 6. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 14. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
6-man. Check curl.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.